Chapter 15, Slayer's Matos Sauce Recipe.
Joe purchased a few acres 7 miles south of 7 Mile, alongside the Russian River. He spends his spare time building a log cabin on the river's edge. Recently, he finished his hobby workshop, which turned out to be a lovely little hotel for his precious cargo. Joe arrives. He's greeted by a tall, muscular man who slides the workshop door open, directing the van inside. Hard-working business parents raised Dalton Slayer, aka Slayer Coo-Coo, in a wealthy neighborhood. Slayer was beaten and gang-raped when he was only 14, while watching his mother and 2 younger sisters receive similar treatment for his dad's only mistake, being born black. Joe heard Slayer carries a story similar to his, which is why he felt Slayer was best for the job. Eventually, this harrowing experience helped Slayer find his niche in his own business, Slayers Enter Surprises. The mob uses Slayer's services to entertain child molesters, rapists, and rats. He prefers 2 types of torture. The more attractive receive Slayer's Slayer-sized Slayer, filling their doo-doo dungeon to the max. His preference is the Pair of Anguish, a medieval torture device. Turning the key to this utensil opens 4 pear-shaped metal leaves decorated with sharp protrusions that shred as the device tears and splits human orifices wide open. Joe drags Mofo Mickey's mom center stage, placing Mofo in red as her audience. Suddenly, a hatchet floats slowly through the air. Sparks fly as the hatchet glides itself across Joe's grinding wheel. Slayer about dumped his dirty dumplings.
Whoa, hold on, Joe. Our agreement ain't saying nothing about no axe floating shit now.
We believe an eye for an eye round here. We call that instrument a hatchet. You don't want Jokin to miss the show, do you? He's the reason I hired you. Jokin! Say hello to your new friend.
Hello, Slayer Coo-Coo. I'm expecting a fabulous performance.
And I'm expecting me a strong motherfucking drink.
Joe pours 3 triple bangers. The 3 glasses collide. Slayer's hand is trembling.
Cheers, I think.
The 3 tip their glasses. Slayer's and Joe's drink hit their bellies. Jokin's hits the floor.
Happens every time.
Joe bends to Mofo Mickey.
I believe in formality. Trust me, the pleasure's all mine. We met once in my parents' front room, and again in the parking lot. Mickey Matos, I'm Joe Turner.
Joe turns to Slayer.
Mofo's the scum who believed he got away with raping my mother.
Joe grabs Red by the hair.
And this must be Red Matos. He believed he got away with hatcheting Jokin. Their brother Tom Matos is slurping grape juice from the grave.
Joe turns himself to Mama Matos.
I'm not sure how Stevie Snitchy Snatchy rustled this one. It's a secret.
If it's a secret, then it's got be secret, Asian man. That fella's good with a camera.
What's your name, ma'am?
Mama Matos spits at Joe. Joe pulls his knife, cutting her long black Italian hair, stuffing her mouth full. The hatchet floats in front of the Matos boys.
The guy you can't see is Jokin. Say hello, Jokin.
I'm not here to split hairs. Maybe chop a few red tomatoes. I hear they're real good with mobster tail.
Slayer is keeping his eyes on the suspended hatchet.
I do my best, Joe. I ain't get paid by no hours. Let's get rolling.
Slayer addresses Mama Matos.
You disrespected my boss. Your name.
Slayer removes his belt, swinging his large steel belt buckle.
Your name.
Mama Matos won't answer. Slayer violently beats her. Red can't stand the sight of his mother's torment.
Cherry!
I should have known. We got us a fucking tomato garden. What's the husband's name? Roma? Gonna make us some good sauce, Joe.
Ironically, her husband's name is Roma. Slayer Coo-Coo drops his trousers. He hangs a record holder. Slayer performs like a jackhammer, sodomizing Cherry. Slayer, the sadist, enjoys Cherry's screams. He reserves his fountain of love exclusively for her two adorable children, covering Mama's crybaby boys with his joy juice. Joe can't handle Mofo Mickey's loud, threatening mouth. He figures the pair of anguish might calm him a bit. Joe shoves the apparatus to the back of Mofo Mickey's throat, turning the key, splitting his cheeks and breaking his jaw. Red keeps his mouth shut. Slayer Coo-Coo slowly carves Cherry's back with a scalpel, giving access to her ribs, which he breaks upward, giving the illusion of wings.
Look, I turned Mama into a birdie. Spread your tiny wings and fly away. Aw, fuck me to a gallop. I plumb forgot. Turkeys can't fly.
The Matos boys refuse to watch Mama Matos take her torture.
Joe paid big money for them seats y'all sitting in. I'm a comedian. Y'all supposed to be laughing. At least give the man common courtesy and watch my motherfucking show.
Joe wants his money's worth.
Like I commented earlier, eye for an eye. Either one of you close your eyes again and I'll pluck your mom's eye and pay Slayer Coo-Coo to skull fuck her brains out. Pop her cherry. You'd like that, huh, Red?
For the final blow, Slayer pulls Cherry's lungs through her back, draping them over her ribbed wings. The rotten Matos watch their mother's lungs expand, their last pocket of air. Slayer plugs Mofo Mickey's poop canal with the pair of anguish, expanding the device to full capacity. Joe can't handle Mofo Mickey's screams. He grabs a staple gun, stapling Mofo Mickey's broken jaw shut.
Which one y'all want go next? Any volunteers up in the house?
Jokin floats the hatchet near Slayer.
Red does. He belongs to me.
You got no argument coming from me for sure. Hell no. I ain't never not seen any shit like this before.
Jokin teases Red with power blows, but doesn't strike. The mental torture sends Red over the edge. He jerks and screams for death. Slayer hangs Red from the rafters. Joe takes Red's iconic brass-knuckled belt buckle and beats Red in the kidneys, then allows Jokin some pleasure. Slayer Coo-Coo had believed he'd seen and done it all. But an invisible man beating a man with brass knuckles tops all he's never not seen. After a few broken ribs and some nasty knocks to Red's kneecaps, Jokin puts the hair-splitting hatchet to work. Ling Chi, death by 1,000 cuts. Joe follows, closing the wounds with the butane torch, making sure Stevie Snitchy Snatchy gets her money's worth.
Hold on, fellas. Before this one crosses the other side, it's time to add the meatballs.
Slayer rips the staples from Mofo Mickey's mouth. He slices Red's beanbag open and removes Red's chandeliers, stuffing them into Mofo Mickey's mouth. Joe fires the butane torch and burns Red's bald-headed yogurt slinger from his body. Red slowly bleeds out. Slayer saves the best for last.
Oh, Mofo Mickey, the rapist. My specialty. Red's meatballs spicy enough for you? Wait till you try my Matos sauce recipe. Even your Italian ass be impressed. What? You like a little more seasoning? Fresh pepper coming your way.
Slayer removes the pair of anguish from Mofo Mickey's anus, leaving him a canyon-sized gaping hole. He continues by filling Mickey's gash full of hot pepper flakes. Mickey can't scream. The pain is too excruciating.
Woo, that's a hot tamale. Damn, Mickey, by the look on your face, I overdone my favorite recipe. I swore the recipe called for that entire bottle of them red pepper flakes. Let me take some out.
You fucking nigger.
Slayer grins, wondering why it took so long for the stereotypical racism to come forth.
Name calling leads me to believe you're begging to die. I'm nobody's boy. I'm just gonna allow them peppers to simmer a bit more time.
Slayer slides a metal opera glove comfortably to his elbow.
Distraparole viscere. Didn't know you was talking to an educated nigger now, did you?
Vafficulo!
What's all this mean? Speak English in my house.
I'm sorry, Mr. Turner. I use colored slang due to the fact people of ghostly pigment expect a large colored man such as myself not to have a formal education, let alone speak 4 foreign languages fluently. They expect ignorance, if I may. My survival does not depend on this fool's game. I inherited my family's riches. I'm a wealthy man of color. I play for the sport of it.
Joe doesn't know if he's angry or impressed.
I'm the one sorry for underestimating your nature and your mind. What did you say to him?
I'm going to rip your guts inside out, and if I understood him properly, fuck you, which is exactly what I'm about to do.
The metal opera glove contains sharp flesh-tearing studs, Slayer's very own fascinating torture innovation. He inserts his arm inside Mofo Mickey's rectum using an excruciating twisting motion. Once he's up to his elbow and anus, he grabs what innards he can grasp.
La vita una caña.
Unhurriedly, Slayer turns no Mo Mickey inside out. He calmly removes his glove and gives Joe a look of pride and accomplishment.
Just in case you were wondering, Mr. Turner, I'm confident of your thought. Ain't life a bitch?